Returning now to the Queensland election, Labor's Joanne Miller has earned a reputation as a rogue MP, having criticised and clashed with her own government on a number of issues. But she's still running for Labor at this election and holds the seat of Vonderen, west of Brisbane, with a whopping 26% margin. The outspoken MP says she'll continue to raise concerns with issues like the Adani coal mine and has also urged her party to be respectful of One Nation voters. I spoke to her a short time ago. Joanne Miller, thanks for coming in.
It's my pleasure.
How do you rate the campaign so far?
Well, I don't think the whole of the state have engaged with the campaign to date. I think there are many people out there that are still are yet to take any notice of the political parties at this point in time. And I think that that's also reflected in the polling, because there is some people out there that still haven't made up their minds in relation to which party they're going to vote for.
The Adani loan veto really dominated the first week or two of the campaign. What are people telling you about Adani?
Well, they don't know what to believe and they don't know who to believe in relation to Adani. They cannot understand that if there's been a downturn in the mining industry, that Adani can't buy the coal direct from the mine operators that still exist. Therefore, those coal miners that have been put out of jobs can go back to the jobs that they once had. So that's what they're saying to me.
You support a new coal-fired power station being built. That's not Labor policy, that's LNP policy. Why are you still a Labor MP?
Well, I support a new coal-fired power station, and that's because in my electorate at Swanbank, we had a big coal-fired power station that powered up Queensland for many decades. So in my electorate, people understand that coal-fired power is very important. What I think needs to happen is that there needs to be a more steady transition across to renewable energy.
You have criticised, disagreed with your own government on a number of fronts. You've been quite a thorn in the side of the government since leaving the cabinet. Why stay on in Labor when you've taken quite contradictory positions? Because
I'm Labor true and true. I'm old school Labor. I have a right to represent my community. Just because you're a member of the Labor Party doesn't mean that you should be quiet in relation to issues that your community feels is important.
None of your corflutes or election flyers have Labor written on them anywhere, do they?
The old ones do.
But the
old ones certainly do. Oh, I've got old ones out as well, believe me.
What's changed? What's changed? Is there something about the Labor Party in Parliament now that you disagree with?
No. My view is that I've been a member of the Labor Party now for 45 years. That's a long time. I am introduced quite often in my community as the Labor member for Vonderen. Everybody in my seat knows that I am Labor.
Can Labor win this election?
I hope so. I hope they can.
With the majority?
I don't know whether they'll get there with the majority because we've got another 2 weeks to go. This is an election that is very hard to read. It's very hard to categorise because instead of having two major parties, we've now got three cornered contests in most of the seats. So there is the ALP, the Liberal Party and One Nation, which has come up out of the blue. Should
Labor leave the door open to negotiating with One Nation to form minority government with them if it comes to that?
Well, they've already said that there will be no negotiations.
Do you agree with that?
Look, I think we have to wait and see what happens after the election. I don't believe that Labor will go into any negotiations with One Nation. However, if they have a hell of a bolt out of the blue, what we've got to be mindful of is respecting the people's decisions as well.
Joanne Miller, thanks for your time.
Thank you.